as any lesser as a player if you don't have a great record in a knockout match which comes once in a year or so?
I think knockout games are important. We do understand that it's a simple logic to it. Knockouts game because you get to play only once and there's only one opportunity to do well in that knockout game. But for us, I think what not just for me but for the players, what they've done in their entire career doesn't define them by just one knockout game. The entire year you work so hard to get where you want to and to do well in whichever format you play. So that one particular game is not going to decide that. I think it's important. We do understand the importance of knockout, but at the same time, it's also important to realize and understand, what sort of effort you've put in the entire year to come to that stage. For us as players, as a team, I think we can pride ourselves to be here at this point in time because we saw, two of the quality teams which were knocked out. And anything can happen in this format. So for us, I think to be here at this point in time, I think we can take a lot of credit and pride ourselves in where we've come. But again, it's just a phase. It's just one phase of the tournament. We know there are two crucial phases of it. We do understand when you play this kind of tournament, you have to break it into parts, and we've done one part of it really well. There are two more parts to go, but tomorrow is going to be one part of it where we have to play well to get the result. But yeah, I mean, specifically to talk about that, I think it's important to understand that knockout games are important, and you do well, it gives you that immense confidence. But we do not forget what has happened in the past, what the players have done in the past, all the performances that they've put in for the team over the year. That one game cannot be dictating. I think there's a lot of effort that goes into putting ourselves and playing for the country and getting those efforts, getting those runs, getting those wickets. So I really don't believe that one bad game in the knockout can truly define what kind of player you are.
Rohit. Hi. How much fun have you had just being a captain in this World Cup? It's so many different conditions everywhere. And where does Adelaide fit into it? You played a game the other day, just different dimensions. Are there different hitting areas? Are there different lengths you would want your bowlers to bowl? And how different are they?
Yeah, that's one of the challenges that we've had in this tournament. Usually, when you play, for example, last year in Dubai, the dimension of the ground didn't change too much. We know there was one side bigger, but other than that, not too many things changed. But when we played here in Australia, obviously, some of the grounds have longer, straighter boundaries. Some of the grounds have smaller on the sides. So you got to adjust to it as quickly as possible. And guys who have not been here before, for them it's a huge challenge, to adjust to that length and the shot making as well. So I think we adapted to that pretty nicely. We were put under pressure in some of the games, but I thought we responded to that pressure. We responded to that pressure really well. And Adelaide is one ground where, again, you have to go back and understand what sort of tactics you want to use here. Because the last game we played in Melbourne, completely different. Now Adelaide, the side boundaries are shorter. So, of course, we've had a lot of talks about it in our group about what we want to do before we actually played that game against Bangladesh, because since then we've been playing.
All right, so that was Team India skipper Rohit Sharma addressing the media. Remember this right ahead of the semi-final where India is all set to take on England in Adelaide in Australia.